Hello, would like to offer some clarification on things that we should be discussing. I'll try to give as many updates as possible when I hear new things. So, the American numbers were not very high today. We are unsure of why the American approvals in our own sampling have not been as consistent as those with ETAs or visitor visas. From our best understanding, the Americans do not have an internal system in the IRCC because they've never needed any sort of approval or processing before. So those with ETAs and those with visitor visas already have a way to process. This becomes very important because I realize a number of you have contacted your MPs. The MPs will say one of two things. Number one, that we're still waiting on the 14 business day turnaround, and only after that can you appeal. I do believe, by the way, that most of us will get through by the 14th business day turnaround. That's October the 28th. The IRCC have assured me, and I do believe them in this regard. The second thing an MP might mention to you is, well, you're American and we've looked for your file, but we can't find it. So our suspicion is that because the Americans have never had a processing system, that is why an MP cannot find it. Now, we have instances where Americans, even when told something like that, eventually get their items processed. Our question is, and we're trying to find answers, why Americans are disproportionately lower rate of response and how come they aren't trackable. As far as we can tell, the American file only exists once the email is opened. I am looking for clarity. I'll do my best. But right now, if you get an email back from your MP saying we cannot find your file, it might be lost. From our understanding, it's just the fact that your file is not dealt with until it's opened because Americans don't have a trackable system. We're also waiting for the 14th business day, which is October the 28th. The IRCC has tweeted that we should not be reapplying because that will slow everything down. So it is from my understanding that a lot of people got an automatic reply, even if it was erroneous automatic reply. But if you have an automatic reply from the IRCC, they will get to your file. If the IRCC responds and says you're missing items, please respond with those missing items in order to have your file processed. In terms of the overall process, we are waiting on the 14th business day, which is October the 28th, for us to see how it's really working. And I do have faith that the process will work. In the interim, on October the 22nd, my apologies, on October the 27th, I'll be speaking at committee for the IRCC. So essentially this is a committee that is put together to evaluate the impacts of COVID have on immigration. So this will be essentially the 11th hour, and this will be our ability to discuss our concerns, to air our grievances, but not to complain and not to criticize. We'll be taking the approach, the proper approach, and the respectful approach to see what errors we have noticed and to use it as an opportunity to help the current government improve. I can only state this as clearly as possible so many times, but I do not believe that the ministry workers are intentionally keeping families apart. I do not believe the ministry workers are slacking off. I believe that they are working hard with the resources they have. So please be kind to the ministry workers. On the 27th, we will discuss the number of issues that family reunification have had over the past few months, and we'll discuss them respectfully, but we will, of course, still bring up the things that we have had concerns with. This will be our 11th hour motion to see what we can do to ensure that we hit that 2-week turnaround time. Until then, and I know it's completely aggravating, we need to make sure that we are able to get to the 14th day in a respectful manner. I know things are very difficult. I know things are super irritating. We are looking for as many answers as possible. As far as I can tell, I'll be getting some more contacts with the IRCC soon. On the 27th, we will have a press release to get more eyes on the committee. We will have a full dossier of information available to the public, and we will make our argument and our position very clear. So at the moment, please do your best to not panic. We still have the 14th business day. and I do believe we'll hit that. In the event that the 14th business day is missed, we have a lot planned to make sure that we get what we're supposed to have. In the meantime, thank you very much for being respectful. Please be kind to the ministry workers, and please be kind to each other. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube yet, please do here, because once we hit 1,000, we'll be able to do live streams through my mobile. Otherwise, have a good day. 3, 2, 1.